What would you do if a king ordered you to choose between your faith and your life? Would you stand firm even if it meant facing a blazing furnace? Today's story takes us to an ancient Babylon where three young men faced one of the greatest tests of faith and ever recorded in the Bible. Their names were Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They refused to worship a golden idol even when threatened with death. What happened next became one of the most powerful miracles in scripture. Stay with me as we uncover the incredible story of courage, faith, and God's protection in the fire. Long ago, the kingdom of Judah was conquered by Babylon. Many young Israelites were taken from their homeland and brought to Babylon. Among them were three faithful young men named Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Even though they lived in a foreign land, they remained faithful to God. They worked diligently and gained favor in the kingdom because of their wisdom, honesty, and dedication. But a day was coming when their faith would be tested like never before. King Nebuchadnezzar was the most powerful ruler in Babylon. One day, he ordered a massive golden statue to be built. The statue stood high above the land, shining brilliantly in the sunlight. After it was completed, the king commanded all officials, leaders, and citizens to gather for a special ceremony. Then a royal messenger made a shocking announcement. Whenever music played, everyone must bow down and worship the golden image. Anyone who refused would immediately be thrown into a blazing furnace. The choice was simple: bow or burn. Soon the musicians began to play. Trumpets sounded. Harps echoed through the air. The crown immediately fell to the ground. Thousands of people bowed before the golden statue. But three men remained standing: Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They would not worship the idol. They knew there was only one true God. Even if everyone else bowed, they would not compromise their faith. Some officials noticed the three men standing, jealous of their position and eager to cause trouble. They rushed to tell the king. "Your Majesty," they said, "there are certain Jews whom you have appointed over the affairs of Babylon. They do not serve your gods and refuse to worship the golden image." King Nebuchadnezzar was furious. His face burned with anger. He immediately ordered the three men to be brought before him. When Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego arrived, the king gave them another chance. "If you bow down when the music plays, all will be forgiven," he said. "But if you refuse, you will be thrown into the furnace. Then what God will be able to rescue you from my hands?" The room became silent. Everyone waited for their answer. The three men spoke calmly and respectfully. "King Nebuchadnezzar, we do not need to defend ourselves in this matter. If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God we serve is able to deliver us, and he will deliver us from your hand." Then they made one of the boldest statements in the Bible. "But even if he does not, we want you to know that we will not serve your God or worship the image you have set up." Their faith was not based only on miracles. Their faith was based on trust in God. Whether they lived or died, they would remain faithful. The king became angry. His anger was greater than ever before. He ordered the furnace to be heated 7 times hotter than usual. The heat became unbearable. Strong soldiers were commanded to tie up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They bound their hands and feet and marched them towards the furnace. The fire was so intense that the soldiers carrying them were killed by the heat. Then the 3 faithful men were thrown into the blazing furnace. The crowd marched in shock. The king stared into the flames. Suddenly, he jumped to his feet. Something was wrong, or perhaps something was wonderfully right. He looked at his advisors and asked, "Didn't we throw 3 men into the fire?" "Yes, your majesty," they replied. The king pointed towards the furnace. "Look, I see 4 men standing around in the fire. They are not tied up, they are not hot, and the 4th looked like a son of the god." The entire crowd were amazed. The God of heaven has not abandoned his servants. He was with them in the fire. King Nebuchadnezzar rushed towards the furnace opening. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, servants of the Most High God, come out. The 3 men stepped out of the flames. The officials gathered around them. Everyone examined them closely. The fire had not harmed their bodies. Not a hair on their heads was seen. Their clothes were not burned. There was not even a smell of smoke on them. God has completely protected them. Nebuchadnezzar was astonished. He realized that the God of Israel was greater than any idol. The king praised God before everyone. He declared that no other God could save people in such a way. Then he promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to even higher positions in Babylon. What began as a death sentence ended in victory. What seemed like disaster became a testimony, and what looked like defeat became a miracle. The story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego reminds us that faith is not only trusting God when everything goes well. Real faith stands firm even in the fire. Sometimes God delivers us from our trials. Sometimes He works with us through them. But one thing remains certain: God never abandons those who trust Him. Just as He was with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the furnace, He is with us through every challenge we face today. So when life becomes difficult, remember, the fire may be hot, but God is greater. So if this powerful story of faith and trust in God inspire you today, don't forget to support this channel by liking this video, subscribe, drop a comment, and also share this video to someone who needs encouragement, who needs to believe in God today. And see you guys on my next video. Thank you and God bless you.